Howl's Moving Castle, Part 7. Picking up right in that middle of that conversation with Sophie and Calcifer. I can't talk today. So he tells her, I can see her under a spell. She gets very excited. She wants to know if he can break it. He says, it's a strong spell. Feels like one of the Witch of the Wastes to me. It is, said Sophie. But it seems more than that, crackled the demon. I detect 2 layers. So Sophie has already said several times that, she's an old woman. She said it into the mirror. For example, when she gets cursed, she says, don't worry, old thing, you look quite healthy. Besides, this is much more like you really are. And things like that. She said them several times, which basically every time she says it, she's reinforcing the spell. She's applying her own magic to it. So, and since she's a more powerful witch than the Witch of the Waste or Howl, that makes this kind of impossible for other people to take off of her or break the spell. She is basically adding her magic to the Witch of the Waste's magic to reinforce this old person's spell she's under. So that's what he means by there being 2 layers. And of course, you won't be able to tell anyone about it unless they know already. He gazed at Sophie a moment longer. I shall have to study it. How long will that take? Sophie asked. It may take a while. How about making a bargain with me? I'll break your spell if you agree to break this contract I'm under. Are you sure you're being quite honest? She asked. Not completely, admitted the demon. I love that he admits that he's not being completely honest. I don't know if he actually needs time to study the spell or not, or if he just wants her to be there for the next month. He'll later say that he wants her there for a month. Because in a month is when the Witch of the Waste's curse on Howl kind of runs out, or his time runs out. That's when the witch can get him, when he turns like 27 or something. When we get there, we'll talk about it more. I don't remember the details exactly, but I do know that there is a specific date by which the Witch of the Waste can finally lay hands on him or something. So Calcifer continues, but do you want to stay like this until you die? That spell has shortened your life by about 60 years, if I'm any judge of such things. Which really gives Sophie a good impetus for wanting to get this off beyond the fact that she's now stuck as an old woman. It has shortened her life, and she could die kind of at any moment if she's as old as she says she is, because she's made references to being like 90. So she's kind of on a timer here. She confirms that the contract that Calcifer has is with Wizard Howl. He gives a little bit of the terms of it, which we'll go over in my next video, since we're getting to that 3-minute mark. But basically what they're going to do is they're going to bond over the exploitation that they both suffer, which is a thing that they kind of left out of the movie that I enjoy. But yeah.